Hey there, everybody. It's me, Just a Guy, the world's foremost game designer creator. Now, it's been a little while since you and I have gotten together this way, and I've missed you. I hope you've missed me too. But I'm back today with something pretty special. We have a chance right now to sit down with a number of the decision makers over at Blizzard that have been guiding the path that Hearthstone has been taking. And given some of the recent events, I think there's some questions that you'd like to get the answers to, and so would I. Let me start first by saying thank you everyone for taking the time to join me. And how are y'all doing this morning?
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Oh, I'm very sorry about that. If you'd like, we can bring in another chair or move you over into the center of the room. Whatever you're comfortable with. It's not a problem. We'll be happy to change things around.
I've always depended on the kindness of strangers.
Honestly, it's not that big a deal, and we're not strangers. Remember, it's me, Just a Guy. We've met before. Really, at this point, if we could just sort of make sure everybody is ready to go, if there's anything else anybody needs.
Would you be shocked if I put on something more comfortable?
Honestly, I had no idea you brought wardrobe changes. I'm not really sure that that's necessary right now. If we could get to some of the questions, that would probably be a really good idea. I'm sure you guys have more important things to get to.
Busy living, you get busy dying.
Okay, I'm not entirely sure this is that level of importance, but if we can, let's go ahead and get to the questions. So first question I have for everybody, what do you think is the current state of the game?
You talking to me?
Actually, this is a question for anyone.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
I agree that the game is still very much alive, as you say, but I do know that player numbers are down and engagement is down. Where do you see the people you're going to be bringing into the game in the future coming from?
I see dead people.
Well, I'm certain that's what you would categorize as an untapped market. I'm not particularly sure how viable it's going to be attempting to bring those people into the game. What about the previous players? What about current players that don't play as often? What about people who've sort of drifted away from the game? What would you say to them to bring them back into the game, to give them a reason to come back?
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
I'm sure that putting some kind of offer together to entice people to come back would be a good idea, but you realize a lot of them are unhappy with recent decisions and recent expansions, for example, that haven't been as impactful as players might have liked. What do you say about that?
Life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
I understand that not every expansion is going to be S tier, but isn't that a little dismissive since you're the ones that are sort of drawing the map for the roads that you're going to be taking?
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Well, I'm certain that you have more of a plan than that. You're not just winging it. For example, some of the recent decisions that have come about as far as changes with daily rewards, with the pets and the monetization there. What was your thinking behind that?
Show me the money.
Greed, for lack of a better word, is good.
I certainly understand that the game needs to be viable and that obviously monetization in any game is an important aspect. But what do you say to the people who were so upset over the changes that you've made?
There's no crying in baseball!
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Well, nobody's perfect.
One at a time, please. I'm sure you can't be that callous about people's reactions. I do think one of the problems is that there isn't enough dialogue going on. So how do you explain that?
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
I couldn't agree with you more. This is a real communication issue, and I think that the community is expecting that they get a little bit more dialogue when it comes to these decisions. So how do you see things going in the future?
Why so serious?
Well, I mean, these are some serious questions. People right now are viewing you like things are pretty bad.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
killing me, Smalls.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Look, I'm not trying to upset anyone. It's just these are some of the questions that really I need to ask because we need to get the answers. The pet monetization was a big part of it. Do you know what the number one question people were asking when you switched to that sort of roulette wheel looking thing to actually get a pet?
What's in the box?
Well, sure, but the chance of getting the pet with that free spin that you gave everyone was so small that I don't even know what the person who might have hit it on that first free spin actually would have thought.
Say hello to my little friend.
I suppose they'd be pretty excited about it, but I mean, do you feel like there's been any decisions that you've made that maybe you need to apologize for?
Love means never having to say you're sorry.
Okay, let's skip the apology thing. That's certainly not necessary. But can you take a moment and actually try to understand how people who are really frustrated right now, how they're feeling? Can you just imagine what they're feeling right now?
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore! They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom! The power of Christ compels you!
Yes, I think you're getting an idea of the frustration. I suppose maybe some of the more religious types might also be feeling like that. I guess the point right now is, where do we go from here? How do you make things better going forward?
If you build it, you will come.
Are you not entertained?
Absolutely. I think that improving future expansions, having things be more entertaining, is going to go a long way towards improving the experience and bringing more people back to the game. And if that happens, where do you see things going?
To infinity and beyond!
Hated man! Top of the world! Yo, Adrian!
Well, that just sounds great. Nobody would be happier than I would be to see things become that positive. Let me just thank everyone once more for the time. I know we've run a little long here. And I just want to say once more, thank you so much for your time and willingness to come here and answer some of these tough questions.
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
No, I most certainly am not. And again, it's just a guy. Before we wrap it up, is there anything anybody wants to sort of share? Any other comments you'd like to make before we close out?
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
You make me want to be a better man.
Silent breed is people!
Okay, a bit narcissistic. Of course, everyone knows that. Thank you very much. I appreciate your saying so. And I don't know what to say to that one. Anybody else while we finish up here?
I know Kung Fu.
Okay, and on that note, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you again. I hope we have an opportunity to chat and talk another time. Thank you again.
He's looking at you, kid. That'll do, Pig. That'll do.
You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.